Hello, this is Jonah Salz, the director of the Noho Theater Group, founded in 1981 by Shigeyama Akira and myself to produce plays by William Butler Yeats, Shakespeare, Greek tragedies, and mostly the short plays of Samuel Beckett. Today I'm going to show some clips, stills, and movie clips of Act Without Words 1. This featured Shigeyama Akira, who works with Maruishi Yasushi as the Man in Black to reinterpret Beckett's play from a no-conventional point of view. We took some scenes, the stylized conventions of the Kyogen theater from the 15th century, and applied it to Beckett's terse directions and tried to convey the form and spirit of Japanese traditional theater through the stylized forms, but remaining faithful to Beckett's plays. Here you'll see the opening scene as a man is blown by what seems to be a wind onto the stage, according to the stage directions, Act Without Words 1, and is flung onto the stage, falls, gets up, brushes his sleeve, reflects. All of these forms are found within Kyogen plays, different Kyogen plays, and we put them together. Akira was the actor, of course, drawing on his 30 years of experience as a Kyogen actor to make these forms, and I was the director watching them, telling him to go faster or slower, repeating, and the general trajectory of the plays. However, there were certain movements that were not found within the Kyogen repertoire, and we had to invent them. For example, a tree with a single branch appears on the stage, and the man sits in the shadow. This is done with wires and pulleys in the original, but that would be difficult on the no stage, which is normally an open-air theater or covered with a roof, making it difficult to use such techniques. The man in black manipulates the objects on the stage, and Shigeyama's acting should convey that he's sitting in a shadow which doesn't really exist. He trims his nails with a scissors, and we attempted to do this with a stylized form like a fan. Of course, it doesn't exist in the original Kyogen, but it didn't work. So we do use the scissors, but invented this nail clipping style using the structure and rhythm of Kyogen rather than any actual convention. The shadow disappears and he drops the scissors and reflects again. In a similar way, we reinterpreted Beckett's ROCKABYE as a sort of mini no play. This was acted and largely directed by Matsui Akira and the no actor from the Kita school, and also by Mikata Shizuka of the Kanzei school. And the version that they came up with in their various versions was to separate the woman and her voice. The voice became a live human being, her daughter, finding her old shawl, rocker, and here, seen unfortunately in fast forward, the woman enters and we find the voice and woman together. It's as though the daughter's reading of the diary recalls the spirit of the woman. in many ghost plays, and no, this is a typical structure. You'll see the actor here in Matsui Akira dressed in not a No style, but a normal, everyday wear kimono, and his hair is not the elaborate wig of No, but a simple one, and a No mask. The difficulty in pure interpretation to No style was the prematurely old of Beckett's directions. Here he's raising a blind to look out over to the other panes. It's difficult to make that sort of neutral mask in No. You're either young or you're old. So he chose this relatively young but troubled woman's mask to portray the woman. He doesn't sit, as in the original, in the rocking chair, but instead a Koken, a man in black, is again, stage assistant is again rocking the rocking chair as though she is sitting in it, and not until the end of the play will you see him actually sit. So in the end, close of a long day, went down, in the end went down the steep stair, let down the blind, and right down into the old rocker, mother rocker, where mother rocked all the years, all in black, best black, sat and rocked, till her end came, in the end came, off her head they said, gone off her head, but harmless, no harm in her, dead one day, no, night, dead one night, in her bed best black, head fallen, and the rocker rocking away. Beckett was aware of these productions and gave approval for them to be done only in Japan or in Japanese when we visited abroad. His idea was, he understood that our idea of translating culturally was a valid way to transmit his plays, but he didn't want that to be the only version that people had in mind. And when I showed him some photos and wrote to him, he was rather, as I said, understanding and sympathetic with what we were trying to do within limits. Thanks for your kind attention.